Hello my friends. Today is June 17th and in today's video I'm going to talk about Russian accent. I came across this video that teaches English native speakers so how to speak in English with a Russian accent. For the sake of movies, so they are actors and they want to sound like Russians in some of the videos, in some of the movies, or maybe in some of the theater plays. So, and I saw some of the movies and I read about it in the books. So they all teach the same things, but these things are wrong. Things are wrong. Russian people don't speak like this anymore, like for 50 years now, and they don't make such mistakes, and they speak much better. And so we first will go over like what they teach native speakers. So what's wrong about it, and later I'll show you how to sound like a Russian speaker. So this video will be helpful for English native speakers in case they watch me, if they want to put on a Russian accent, and it's even more helpful for Russian learners, for Russian English learners, for English Russian learners, how to say it, who learn English and they want to sound more American. Yeah, what are the things that you need to get rid of first to sound more like American, and what are the things that give away your Russian heritage? So we'll talk about it in more detail later. And yeah, let's start. So they all say, I mean, all those tutorials, they say that Russian people say R sound like this. R. So, and what I think is that one Russian guy, so maybe 50 or 40 or 70 years ago, learned English from a book, from a handbook, without any YouTube videos, without Netflix, without even audio. So he just read about it and he learned some basics, and then he went to another country, and then he went to America, for example. Then he caught him there and they registered his mistakes. And that's it. That's how it went to the books. And after that, this information has traveled from book to book, from tutorial to tutorial, for 50 years without even changing, without updating. So ever since. So that's how I see it. Because, well, 50 years ago it might have been true, but now Russian people are good. So don't say bad things about Russian people. I mean, in terms of their pronunciation, it's relatively good compared to other accents that I've heard. I don't want to offend anybody, so I won't name any countries. So Russian accent is one of the best. I mean, in terms of clarity, in terms of in terms of understanding, it's one of the best, if not the best, in the world. Of course, from non-native speakers, I mean. So yeah, it's not bad. But they depicted Russian accent like something terrible. So please update your materials, update your books, watch my video and update those materials. They are outdated, So like this. And I'm going to read an article, just a random article I found. It's from WikiHow. I hope they won't sue me for this, so I'll attribute the article in the description. So let's see this thing R. So they teach like this. Air quality is an often overlooked aspect. Okay, you got me. Then they say that Russian people make mistakes with th sound, like th and the, like the th. It's wrong. It's wrong. So maybe on the first lesson they make these mistakes, but it's relatively easy to learn. It's not a problem at all for Russian speakers. So please don't repeat it all the time. And VW, well, with some of the words, probably yeah. We may confuse these sounds, mix them up, but it's no big deal. I mean, it doesn't sound terrible as they show it. So, and with these things, and also, yeah, they talk about intonation too, so that no, they don't say about intonation. So overall, they create this Russian accent. So let me demonstrate how they depict Russian speakers. Okay, here we go. How to test the air quality in your home. Air quality is an often overlooked aspect of home safety, but it is still very important. Harmful chemicals and toxic agents can spread throughout. Yeah, we have a hard time with th sound. Yeah, so throughout the air in your home and begin to impact your health over time. There are quite a few at-home kits and tests you can okay, you got it. So that sounds awful, that sounds stupid. We don't speak like this. Of course, it's easier to mimic, it's easier to imitate. That's why they use it, and it's quite prominent. So we immediately recognize the Russian speaker. I guess that's why they stick to it, and they don't really bother to change or update it, because yeah, it sounds ridiculous, it sounds fun, and it sounds like prominently Russian. I guess that's why they're quite happy with this imitation. But if you want to be better than this, if you want to earn some respect from Russian speakers, not just humiliate them by using this thick, unreal accent, and if you want to imitate the real accent, now here's the thing I'm going to tell you. Listen carefully and grab a notebook and write this down. Well, what are the real things? What are the problems that Russian speakers face when acquiring an American accent, let's say? First of all, intonation, and this is the main problem. This is the most difficult thing for Russian speakers, because when we speak in Russian, we speak very flatly. We use the same tone. We don't go up and go down really high and really low. We don't change the speed. We speak with the same speed, with the same rhythm. It's all the same. It's all the same. It doesn't change. The same rhythm, the same speed, the same intonation, the same volume. So it goes up a little bit when we ask questions. I think that's it. So this is the most difficult part, and this is what gives us away. This is what gives us away. What gives away Russian speakers. Now this is 90% of the problem. And if you want to imitate the Russian speaker, just use a very flat intonation. I'll show you in a minute. The next thing, the difference between A and E sound, it's very difficult for us, and it takes a lot of practice, even when so I know that big sound is big, and sometimes when I speak and I don't think about it and I speak automatically, I forget about it, and I say something like big, 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 or I know kids, and that sounds funny, because you should say like kids, or simple, not simple. Simple sounds funny, but simple, like simple, it's very simple. See the difference? Another problem is the lack of S sound. I don't know why. We can pronounce it, we can say this sound, it's not a problem. We can do it easily, but we feel embarrassed, we feel very shy. When we speak like this, it looks like you try to brag of your good accent. And Russian people are very humble in this aspect. They don't want to sound like American. They want to sound. They are saying, okay, I'm just a humble Russian who speaks English, so don't judge me. And I'm not bragging off. I'm good. I'm doing my best. So something like this. But when you speak with this ass sound, for Russian speakers, it seems like you're bragging. It seems like you're exaggerating. But exaggerating is it's what American accent is all about. It's exaggerating. And yeah, you just have to admit it, you have to accept it. And also, so there are many things, many problems, but I think they're less important. And these four are major ones. And the fourth thing is plosives. So sounds like p, t, and k. And you have to do these plosive sounds. You have to block the air and then open your mouth and throw the air with this effort, with this strength and energy. So a lot of air comes out. And again, we don't do this because we feel shy. I feel, embarrassed over English, but it's okay. So let me try to read this article, but with a Russian accent, real Russian accent that many Russian speakers would use in speaking. Okay, here we go. How to test the air quality in your home. Air quality. No, we use nar. We pronounce nar sound very well. So let me do it again. How to test the air quality. Sorry. How to test the air quality in your home. Air quality is an often overlooked aspect of home safety, but it is still very important. Harmful chemicals and toxic agents can spread throughout the air in your home and begin to impact, not impact, but impact your health over time. There are quite a few at-home kits and tests you can purchase at most home improvement stores. Yeah, there are a lot of things about consonants. We pronounce them very clearly. Like Russian consonants are very clear, like S, S, T, P, Ch. But in English, you add some noise. I don't know how to explain, but it sounds more thick. Like S, stores. In Russian, we would say S, скамейка. But in English, it's stores. In Russian, we have this feeling that, and we even call it like this, when you put a potato in your mouth and you speak with a potato. We have this idiom like take out this potato out of your mouth, don't speak with a potato. Yeah, it's like a potato in your mouth when you speak English. You speak stores, but it's always a good idea to hire. Well, we speak like this. No, we don't speak like this, and we speak very clearly. There are quite a few at-home kits and tests you can purchase at most home improvement stores, but it's always a good idea to hire a professional to help you check your home for good air quality. Okay, so this is a Russian accent, and you know, it's not funny. I mean, it's more difficult to achieve, for native speakers to imitate. And it's not funny, it's not ridiculous, and it's not interesting. Probably that's why they don't do this accent. But it sounds more like a Russian. And what else? Now I gradually add these 4 things to this paragraph, and we'll see the difference. Now first, plosives. Let's add them. How to test, not how to test, but how to test the air quality in your home. Air quality is an often overlooked aspect. So sometimes they don't explode when they're preceded by S. So special. It's not a special, but it's special. In this case, they don't explode. So in the word like aspect. Aspect of home safety, but it's still very important. Harmful chemicals and toxic. You see, toxic. You should say toxic, not toxic. In Russian, we would say toxic. And toxic agents. You see the difference? Toxic. Agents can spread throughout the air in your home and begin to impact. I don't even know. Impact your health over time. There are quite a few at-home kits and tests you can purchase at most home improvement stores, but it's always a good idea to hire a professional to help you check your home for good. You know what? There are not even too many plosives. So yeah, let me try this one. Purchase an air quality monitor. There are currently quite a few indoor air quality monitors on the market that can effectively detect and log over time the quality of air inside your home. These devices typically temperature. Okay, enough with that. Now air. Let's add some air sound. How to test the air quality in your home. And air quality is often overlooked aspect. You see, aspect of home safety, but it's still very important. Harmful chemicals, toxic agents can spread throughout the air in your home and begin to impact your health over time. So exaggerate. In the beginning, you can exaggerate. It's not a problem. Because when you speak, you forget about all those techniques and tricks that you learned before. So try doing more than needed first, so later and be less prominent, you would still sound cool. There are quite a few at-home kits and tests you can purchase in most home improvement stores, but it's always a good idea to hire a professional to help you check your home. Blah, 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 blah. It's not that often. This sound is not that often. In the world marketing, in fact, the tech temperature is some of the most market and food those devices typically cost. You know what? No. Let's try the next one. I won't even try the next one because I'm going to start with intonation. I'm going to go directly to intonation because this is the most important part, and you see the difference. Now again, I'll read it in Russian accent. Air quality is an often overlooked aspect of home safety, but it's still very important. Harmful chemicals and toxic agents can spread throughout the air, and you see it's all the same rhythm. It's very I don't know this word. Like the same rhythm, monotonic, something like this. Monotonous, yeah, monotonous. There are quite a few at-home kits and tests you can purchase in most home. Now let me read it in American accent. How to test the air quality in your home. How to test the air quality in your home. Air quality is an often overlooked aspect of home safety, but it's still very important. Harmful chemicals and toxic agents can spread throughout the air in your home and begin to impact your health over time. There are quite a few at-home kits and tests you can purchase at most home improvement stores, but it's always a good idea to hire a professional to help you check your home for good air quality. To help you check, to help you check your home for good air quality, not to help you check your home. Now, purchase an air quality monitor. There are currently quite a few indoor air quality monitors on the market that can effectively detect and log over time the quality of air inside a home. These devices typically check PM 2.5 levels, tiny dust particles, and other allergens in the air that you inhale, VOCs, volatile organic compounds like chemicals, pollutants, temperature, and humidity for mold. Some of the most reliable air quality monitors on the market are the Foodbot, Aware, Spec, and Air Mentor 6-in-1. You see the difference? Intonation is key here. Check for signs and symptoms of mold. What is mold, by the way? Oh yeah. Mold. Where is my Google translation? Ah, okay. Yeah, I got it. Symptoms of mold. No. Okay. This green thing that occurs on the walls or on the bread when it goes rotten, when it goes bad. You know, this green organisms. Okay, you can typically tell if there is a mold infestation in a home by using your eyes and your nose. If you smell a musty odor coming from certain parts of your home and cleaning doesn't remove the smell, you might want to consider hiring a professional. So yeah, this is main advice here. Just hire a professional. Don't even read this article. Mold thrives in moist areas like basements and dirty ductwork and drains. So we see it go up and down the basement, and the rhythm changes all the time. You should also look around for visible signs of mold, like growing black spots, water spots, particularly damp areas in the home. It's really difficult. And those courses who promise you to teach you American accent like for 1 week or for 2 weeks, it's not about individual sounds. This is the problem. Well, you can learn them and you can improve your accents very, very well, drastically, but you won't sound nearly like a native speaker, because you have to listen to English a lot. You first have to understand, have to get it. You first to have to get this feeling of what it sounds like and what it looks like, and later you should practice a lot. And I'm gonna do the same. In the course of this year, I'm going to practice my pronunciation, because I'm still far away from a perfect result when I sound exactly like an American. So this is it, I guess, for today. It was much longer than I expected. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I wish you good luck with putting on an American accent or Russian accent. Bye bye.